Healtodeath.
And this is Drew. Thunderfury.
I'll go ahead and do the volume this
All right.
time. Like, did you just realize that your chair was like all the way down or something? It was
and
really
what's really interesting about that is I put it up on purpose before I started this. So I don't know what happened there.
Like,
did you do it?
No, you're just like losing chair
It's just
height.
like I looked up at the camera. And all of a sudden, I'm like down
you like
here.
get really weird about the height, like all of a sudden. Like now that we're recording, our using video for
Right.
our podcast, you're getting really weird with the height.
I guess
It's okay. I can be taller than you.
Yeah, but I'm here, and I'm taller than I was a minute ago.
It's like you're like before we start. Hold on. It's like you gotta be taller. But that we were already recording, so now everyone knows.
Yeah.
How awkward that is.
All right. So how are you?
Were you gonna ask them? How are you guys? We
yeah, how
hope
are you
you're
guys?
well. You can't answer us right now, but
Yeah.
Drew is, wondering how you're doing.
Okay, so let's go ahead and get started.
We'll start with community, as
Yes.
we always do.
Mm-hmm.
I have an announcement. Well, most people already know.
Yep.
But PB, I call him PB.
Yes.
But through Twitch, everybody knows him as Dislikes Fun.
Yes.
Now he doesn't
It's a very
play,
accurate name.
does not play World of Warcraft, but he is part of our community.
He plays Diablo.
He used to. He used to play a lot of Overwatch
Now
as well.
he has kid.
He had a baby. So congratulations to PB. He's
Yes.
he's been part of my original Twitch squad since pretty much I started.
Yep.
So
He's OG.
yes. So congratulations to him. His kid, whose name is Noah, actually was born on Logan's birthday.
Oh.
So we have
That's rude.
I know.
Just kidding.
Way to steal our thunder. No pun intended. But yeah, so we have kid birthday twinsies.
Yes.
Twinsies. So yes, that I had to get that out of the way. Get that out of the way like it's something bad. But another thing, I said we were doing the raffle today. I lied because I forgot that
It'll be next week.
It'll be next week because technically you have today till the
Yes.
end of the day, which I just did to do the guild quest.
Right.
I just did the guild quest, so you have till the end of today,
Right.
to maybe sneak in a raffle ticket or two, before.
Or 4 or 5.
Or I mean, you can. I don't know how
You
many
can do it.
sneak
You
in.
guys, I believe in you. You can do it.
Dude, Lynx is driving me crazy. So okay.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
that's what he does.
But if you haven't noticed, so he has this little success bear emote, but now he started photoshopping things in his emote's hand, because with the success bear, his hand's up like a fist, like the kid.
Right.
But now he's photoshopping all sorts of things into his bear's hand.
Yeah, you did this.
I did not do
Actually,
this.
you actually did that.
I did not.
You made the success
I made
bear.
the success bear, but he
Yeah.
is doing all the other things. So he keeps trying to he loves Photoshop, but in a very
He loves trolling is what he loves doing.
That's what he loves doing.
Yes.
And lately, he's been, instead of doing the guild quest, he'll just take somebody else's picture and then Photoshop his name on
Oh,
it
geez.
instead.
Badly, right?
Yeah, poorly,
Yeah.
terribly done. Completely different fonts.
It's it would have took him less effort probably just to go out and do the guild quest.
Probably. So he does that, and then he's like, "Hey, Kat, I'm ready for my raffle ticket." And I'm like, "I am not giving you a raffle ticket." So then, of course, he puts his success bear up with a raffle ticket in its hand. He's like, "It's fine. I'll just grab my own." And I'm like, "Get that out!" I
That's
can't
funny.
stop him. But it sounds like Lynx actually is enjoying being part of our community a little bit more. Trolling
he's-
new people.
I think it's fun. I think it's fun.
You say
You
that.
can't do that. You can't kill the main tank. But other than that, it's
got
fun.
in trouble a little bit in raid when he swapped places with our main tank. He got yelled at a little bit.
I thought it was a little bit funny.
Yeah. Anyways, so besides the raffle ticket, I think there's really not too much change with the community. People are logging on pretty frequently. There's lots going on still happening.
Yep.
Community news. We finally got Holy Hannah to join Warcraft. Well, we'll see how long it lasts.
Yeah. She's in for at least a month.
So Hannah, most people know because of, she's just part of our community and she's awesome. And she's been part of my Twitch community and we play games a lot together. Everybody's been trying to get her on Warcraft. She's not an MMO person,
Right.
but we finally got her.
Yeah.
We just nudged enough, and then I think Orange helped by like, hey, here's the game for 30 days. Go try it. She's like, fine. So she's there. She's playing. I don't know. She's kind of doing her own thing on there.
Okay.
So like literally just 30 minutes ago, I log on to take my pictures for my guild quest.
Right.
And she messages me. She's like, hey. I'm like, hi. Because it's really surprising to see her playing when I'm not. I'm
right.
like, awesome. She's like playing. Like she's leveling. She's liking this.
Right.
She goes, so I haven't leveled at all, but I found a house in the world. And I'm like, okay. And she's like, actually, it's called a hovel. And I'm like, all right. I kind of made a joke, and I was like, this is my house. You're like, she's pretty much like, this is my house now. So she's just been standing there for hours. She hasn't leveled.
Maybe like the RP part is better for her.
I love it. But she's just like, I can't set my hearth here. They won't allow this to actually be my home. It's just hanging out.
Yeah.
But no, it's fun. And we're leveling together a little bit and just having a good time. So hopefully she enjoys it. And if not, she doesn't, but I'm glad she gave it a try.
Yeah. Yeah. It's good to try new things.
Okay. Did you want to change topics a bit?
Yeah, sure.
I want to talk about Warcraft, but it's not community.
Sure. Yeah. Well, there's a couple things in Warcraft that I want to go over. First off, October 26th.
Oh, we finally got a date.
We got a date for Shadowlands.
We did.
October 26th. And usually that means pre-patch is about a month ahead of that.
Right. So we're thinking end of September for pre-patch.
Yep. So it's coming up here really soon.
It really is.
In addition to that, they came out with the Afterlives cinematic.
Yes. I want to talk about that a little bit.
Yeah.
It was so good.
It was good. I don't know. The more I think about it, the more I don't like it.
What? So I haven't yet. I really want to, but Taliesin and Evitel.
Right.
Honestly, one of my favorite things that they do, if you guys don't know them, they have a YouTube video. It's always about Warcraft. Very knowledgeable people, and they do like a news thing for Warcraft.
Right.
I haven't been watching a lot lately because they just went crazy and started talking about Shadowlands. And I was like, you know what? I really want to experience Shadowlands on my own, so I don't want too many spoilers. So I've kind of been avoiding them. But they do a cinematic analysis, which I love, because they'll break down like scene, like every frame, and they'll like talk about it.
Right.
So I haven't watched that yet, but I'm curious on what you think about the cinematic and why you are changing your mind on it.
Well, I don't like what they did to Uther. Because
what do you not like what they did? Like,
he was like the ultimate good guy in life,
yes.
right?
Yeah.
And they're just gonna go, okay, well, in death though, he's not.
Well, here's the whole thing, right? So the lady, the Paragon, I think they're called, or the
right.
I think the angel,
the Smurf,
the
right.
people of Bastion,
the blue people.
I think her name is like Drevos.
Yeah,
Anyways,
something like that.
Devos.
Okay.
So I felt like when I was watching that, I very much felt like I liked her concern. Like she seemed concerned. She's like, the runes from the guys. I guess this is kind of spoiler. I hope you watched it by now.
Yeah. If you haven't, pause this and go watch it
right now.
Yeah.
It's only like, I don't know, 8 minutes or something.
Right.
But so I was like, okay, so she's a good guy. She's concerned about this evil getting out, the maw opening. But then she felt very evil to me in the way she was like
evil.
Something's up. She felt like she was very much manipulating Uther.
Well, here's the deal: is like she knows that something's broken, right?
Right.
And she brought it up to her superiors, and her superiors said, "Nah."
Yeah. But here's the weird thing.
So.
Okay, she very, very much wanted Uther to throw Arthas into the maw.
Yeah, because he was in her mind. I don't think that she understands how the Lich King works. I think that she thinks that person is actually like from the maw and evil.
Okay, not that he was like more possessed.
Yeah, not that it was like the domination gear and.
I feel like you're not giving like I feel like them, like Paragons, I think that's their name. That I think they'd be very intelligent though. Like she understood, like she recognized,
because like she recognized the only thing that she recognized from that was Frostmourne.
Right. Well, she didn't even recognize Frostmourne. She just recognized the inscription. Like she knew the writing came from the Maw.
Which is going to be interesting because if you go into Shadowlands as a Death Knight character, how does she relate to you?
Oh, that's a good question.
Right? Like, how does that even work? Because you're undead in a dead place.
Well, and then the undead, too. That's like, you're kind of forced. But okay, but here's my whole thing. It felt very much like somebody in Shadowlands wanted Arthas. Like, you were saying that maybe the Maw, like, they're collecting these big baddies in the Maw. Somebody wanted Arthas part of their army down there. So whether the jailer was like speaking, like somehow getting some of the Paragons or whomever to help get Arthas there, because it almost didn't even really feel like it was Uther's decision fully. Like he was very much pushed and urged to dropping Arthas into the Maw.
But yeah, it's because
like they used him.
I don't think they used him. I think from her point of view, that thing, everything that she saw from Arthas, she doesn't know Arthas. Everything she saw from Arthas was from the Maw. So put him back in the Maw.
I don't know. It just feels so like convenient. Like she knows the Maw is leaking, and then you're just gonna put in another
because
bad guy.
The entire point is that she doesn't trust the system. The system is they're supposed to bring them up. They're supposed to be judged, and then they go to one of the places in the Shadowlands.
Right.
Right. She doesn't trust that, and so she's just like, no. This person's bad. I'm going to make the call on this.
Right. So they didn't. Okay. So there was that. Like there was no decision being made there. Mm-hmm. Like, and to be fair, where do you think Arthas would have been put? Because it's a hard decision, right? Because he was.
Here's the question though. If Arthas doesn't belong in the Maw, then who does?
Well, was
right?
Well, okay.
Does Garrosh?
No, well, here's my question. Was Gul'dan's, his whole thing, was he also kind of taken over in a sense?
You see,
I don't know.
That's the entire thing.
It's a really weird, but that's why they need to be judged, right?
Well, okay, but if everybody's taking over it, then like legit, who belongs in the Maw if Arthas doesn't? It's like he's the most horrible person.
I guess the jailer
in Warcraft lore.
Who, Arthas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much, right?
Pretty much, but does Arthas belong there, or does the Lich King belong there? And I think that's the problem. Well,
Arthas is the one that killed everybody in Stratholme.
He did make that decision. He did, and yeah. It's I don't know, but all I'm saying is like I understand like the whole symbolic thing was she was like, no, we're deciding where he goes. We're not going to my authorities who obviously don't care. But like what just felt weird about it, it's just like it felt very much like somebody in the Maw wanted Arthas there, and I don't like it. Like it feels like they're creating an army, and now they have one additional soul for that.
Maybe.
I don't know. I mean, it's exciting though. Like I like how we don't really know. I like how there could be multiple answers there. I'm excited. I thought the cinematic was really great.
Yeah. I thought it was very well done. I just don't like what they do with Uther's character.
But I think Uther's broken. Like he's like literally split, right? Like that was one of the things that you could see his soul being ripped into two. So like there was this whole thing. Well, maybe.
Okay. Well, then when Frostmourne was shattered, remember when we killed the Lich King and everything was like, ooh, Spirit Tornado.
Yes, Spirit Tornado.
Where all those go? All those go directly to the Maw? I assume so, because if Frostmourne is from the Maw, then it's
I would hope
like it
not.
sucks
Those
the things
souls
into there, and then they should go like. Are they just caught in the blade, or is the blade like a door for the Maw?
Maybe they're lost.
Because here's the thing. If that's a door for the Maw, then it would make sense why the Domination Helm, when you break that, it would open up a door to the Maw.
That's a good point.
So maybe like all of the gear that he has is in a way kind of a door to the Maw.
It's like forged by.
Yeah.
So maybe. I know it's weird because I'm hoping that Blizzard does kind of tie up all these loose ends of there was already history with Arthas and how everything was working. So hopefully it's seamless when they bring in this new Shadowlands and the Maw and everything.
Yeah.
Because
well, I mean, we've got another
guy will come at you if you don't.
We've got
it right.
We've got another 4 shorts that are going to be coming out.
Yes.
One a week.
I don't know if they're like, are they related? They're not related to each other though. Like they're just
they're
all
related
about
to
Shadowlands.
the Shadowlands.
Yeah. So I feel like they're very different.
Yeah. So I think one of them is Garrosh.
Is it?
I think so.
Are you sure?
I'm not 100% sure, but I think
they came out with
one.
the cover art for all of them. I didn't see him on there.
Okay, maybe not.
Maybe. I think they're for each place though. Like I think you have the Night Fae and
right
there and stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm excited. I'm really excited. People were very excited after seeing it. I think seeing a familiar face like Arthas and like knowing that also we have Bolvar. I don't like all these big names. It's getting it's exciting.
I also have a problem with if they try to do a redemption on Arthas. I don't know.
Well, they're trying to do. Well,
I don't know if I can get on board with that.
I can't get on board with redemption for Sylvanas. If they do that, I will be so mad. You're like, man, but maybe. But I think you might be right. Like a lot of people speculate that she knows something's wrong with the Maw and she's trying to get us there.
No.
I don't know. Okay. All right. Anyways, we don't want to get lost on this story forever because we could literally speculate. I mean, like we just keep going because we don't know. The real thing is we don't know, but we're excited to find out.
Yeah.
Is really where it comes down to.
Okay. So another thing coming up here. Is the 100% reputation buff is coming back on tomorrow or today. If you guys are watching this.
The rep buff.
Yep,
okay.
the rep buff. So what rep are you going to grind out?
None. I've done my share of rep.
Even Legion?
Why? Why would I do that?
You could fly.
They're going to give it to you in like a month. Why would I do that?
Yeah,
Why would I do that
I don't think you get the achievement for it.
I don't care. Have you ever looked at me and been like, "Wow, Kat really likes going for achievements"?
What about getting like the Light Forged Draenei or anything like that?
I have a Light Forged Draenei.
Okay.
You also get those in pre-patch.
Well, then what? Why are they doing that? But that also means that the experience buff probably
will go away.
Ends today.
I think they're replacing it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they're rotating, cycling.
Oh, that
them.
sucks.
Yeah. So I think that because they're getting rid of one, they're like, just replace it with something.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad I leveled up to mage, so I'm probably not going to play.
Yes, your mage. Is it actually 110 now?
No, it's 120.
I mean, that's what I meant. 120. Yeah. Okay. It's not stuck at 107 like it was.
No, it's 117.
Whatever. Numbers are hard. So we completely skipped about the whole community. MDI?
Oh, yeah.
Duh. Oh my gosh. How did we do that?
Yeah.
So you want to say it?
Yeah, Might Blue won. So that was good.
He's got to bring it down a notch.
It was
because he doesn't want to get in a fight with me right now.
You don't know how real that is, guys. Yeah, it was impressive.
You guys did well. You guys did really well.
We came together and we actually had a last minute switch up. We had Ben tank on his bear.
That was good.
For the championship. And he pulled it.
You said he was a little nervous about it.
He was really nervous about it, yeah.
Whose idea was it to make him tank?
I kind of I did the lineups for this time.
Okay.
And then we wanted to get necrotic and we wanted to get Ryan in, but
they were sick, weren't they?
Both those guys were sick. Yeah,
that's a bummer.
That day. Yeah, I don't know if they met up and hung out or whatever.
They shared their sickness.
Yeah, but they were both sick, and then we almost didn't have enough to go to the finals because Keenan had to do homework.
Oh no!
And it was due at midnight.
What? I didn't know we were about this.
And so we expected necrotic to be there, and then we were like, okay, Keenan, you can go ahead and sign off. He's like, okay. So we're trying to ping Keenan. We're like, well, hold on. Or
ping necrotic.
Yeah. We were like, well, hold on. Why don't we just talk to Crow? And so we talked to Crow. She yelled at him. He got back on. We finished it up. So, but yeah, we were that close to not having enough to do it.
Bummer.
One thing that really does suck is the other teams only got to play one game.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Because it was Nib's key, and her key was so high, right? She was trying to drop it.
Yeah, that's what happens at this point. Is people are getting those keys up at 18 and 19.
That you get locked out. I think if you drop a key 10 times within an hour or something, right, you get locked out.
Yep. So just I guess for next time, the one next time that we have.
Yeah.
Just we're gonna need to make sure that before an hour before.
Yeah.
When we solidify those keys, we go ahead and drop them to at least like one above where they're
right.
supposed
So if
to
you
be.
want to practice, you still can. But yeah, just get them down to like a 12 or an 11 that way.
Yep. And the next round will be regional.
Yeah, I'm excited for
So
that.
that'll be interesting because we don't have to go against each other. And I think that'll be good for us.
There really wasn't anything wrong until he kept pushing it.
I did.
So many reminders that I didn't win. No,
let's move on.
You guys did do really well. When I was watching you up in TD, it was weird. Like we were. I like the multi-stream thing we had this time.
Right.
It was really nice to be able to see both teams at the same time. I was like, dude, like I swore Mike Black was like way ahead of you guys, and I don't know what happened. I don't know. I just looked away for like 3 minutes and looked back, and you like zoomed ahead.
Well, the thing is we front loaded all our trash.
That might be why.
Like we did everything outside. We did all the alligators. We did everything going up to that first obelisk.
And so you were able just to skip pretty much.
Yeah, and so the plan was that we would just skip the last little bit, and it actually worked out perfect.
Nice. I did see like from what I saw, I think Mike Black. You know how TD is. There were, I think it was twice.
Right.
They had pulls from the walls of TD. That's like the special little extra something.
Yeah, and on
you get
bursting,
that's not what you want.
That's not good.
And that's really unfortunate. Unfortunate. That's the RNG of that place. It just happens. I hate that place.
Yeah.
I actually would enjoy it if it wasn't. I don't know. I just like my camera is like too claustrophobic in there, and then that on top of Blizzard just never fixing these bugs. I hate that place.
Yeah.
But you guys,
we got another month of it, and then we never have to go back.
Yeah. Well, unless
there's some weird toy.
Yeah, something weird.
But if you haven't gotten it by now on there, you aren't going to get it. So.
And then we went up to, and so they weren't able to do their second one, but they did like a 5v5
They
arena
did.
or something,
Yeah.
right?
Mike
They're
Black
like,
somehow Mike Black, the PvP champions,
talked them into.
You see, I would have just been like, no, we're going to do pet battles or something, something that they're not really good at.
Like a trivia, like Warcraft trivia, something, anything.
Right.
Anything but PvP.
It's like, okay, we'll flip a coin. All right. But yeah, it was actually pretty fun to watch that too, because they did it as close to MDI style as they could. They had a tank and a healer in there on both sides. But yeah, I mean, like Mike Black's really good at PvP. So, yeah.
But it was nice of Mike Silver to do it anyways.
Yeah.
Oh man, when we went up against Mike Silver and AD, that was like you guys were scaring me because people were like, "Dude, Mike Silver's gonna win." They're like so far ahead.
Let's talk about Kazari and how he did amazing.
Well, he did so well.
Yeah.
So Mist and I beforehand, like we really, and I think this is also where we went wrong. We really, really planned out AD. We didn't plan out Freehold at all, but we planned out AD because usually like Mist tanks it, right? So he's like, okay, well, I already know where I'm going. But we're like, okay, well, we have to. Now, Jason does Mythic Plus all the time.
Right.
But
he doesn't do it with the guild, though.
He doesn't do it with the guild. And then also, he doesn't do. And plus, 80's weird because there's like 7 different options of who you want to kill first and which way you want to go.
And you never. And the way that we do MDI, it's not the way that you do Mythic Plus.
No, it's not. Especially because it's a level 10, right?
Yeah.
Like, because
it's like you bring people that are overpowered for it.
Yeah.
And then you just smash,
go through. So we had everything planned out, and like me and Miss were like, okay, we'll just walk Jason through this. And Jason just like absorbed all the information. Like he was so alert and just like, I'm gonna do this.
I mean, he's the raid tank.
Right? I know he was really good though, and like it was so much fun. And then we had Hornets, and like she was like hitting all, like we were like, this is where you have to hero, this is when you do it. And like we were like all about ready to say like, okay, hero, and she's like, I already got it, I'm good. We got like everybody was just doing our AD. I felt really good about.
Yep, it was good. It was. I mean, and you guys.
Yeah.
You're behind on last boss.
Yeah.
And then you just melted.
I think it's because we waited to hero after like we get our first like shadow versions.
Right.
And we planned that. We planned to hero on the first boss and the last. And so
Right.
it was up just in time.
Yeah.
And then I supposedly like the health, like we were just able to
actually
catch up
the most impressive pull I've seen was by Silver.
I heard they pulled all that trash
pulled
with
all
boss.
the trash and that queen
Priestess.
boss. Yeah, the priestess boss all together.
I have to watch that.
And they heroed that.
I have
It was
to
actually
watch that.
it was like as soon as they did that, I was like, I think they're gonna win.
Yeah. So
You know?
so I think like hearing that, I feel like if Might Silver would have done that pull first, then because a lot of people do Priestess first.
Right.
If they would have done that first and then used Hero there and on the last boss, they would have won.
Yeah.
But because they probably used it on there and not,
I don't know. It was close either way.
Yeah.
Because I mean, like, yeah, it might have been like just a planning type thing on their part.
Yeah.
Where they planned a little bit different than what you guys did.
You guys
did definitely a simple. We want to hit hero twice.
Yes,
right.
That was like 100. That was we talked about it.
Yeah.
And what was really interesting too is like we planned to have bursting stacks at like 10 or 11. But we knew when it was going to happen, and so we had missed on his Demon Hunter, and we would pull 2 packs of those little raptors.
Right.
We'd all stack right on top of each other. I'd hit Trank, and then he would put down Darkness, and we got through. Like it was like I think we maxed out 11 or 12 stacks.
Right.
And we just did it. Like, but we knew when it was going to happen. Now we messed up in Freehold because our stacks were getting high all the time. And we would just, like, I didn't know when it was happening. We didn't have Darkness, and we just kept dying. And I was like, this is so bad. I messed up so many times in Freehold. You guys did really well. But you said you took smaller stacks of bursting.
Yeah.
You, did
honestly,
it
in Freehold, I don't remember us getting above maybe 5 or 6.
See, you guys were very careful, but you were consistent.
Yeah.
And you just...
And actually, it was really good. Like, when we would get close, people would start saying, like, actually Silver Snipe, one of our new players.
Silver, yeah.
He started going like 5, 6, 7, like they would count it up.
Oh, like out loud, so everybody would know.
And then everyone would be like, okay, back off.
That's good. You guys...
And since Ben was tanking with his bear, he didn't have a TD3, he had a TD1. So
Perfect.
Even if that would proc, it wouldn't just
annihilate.
annihilate everything.
No, you guys, and that coordination was really good. And then I saw the health on bosses.
Mm-hmm.
Like you guys were just like, I didn't even know if it was a boss or trash.
Yeah,
it was just like the health was gone.
It was crazy with bosses. We would pull until Combust was up for hack. And then once that would happen, boom.
Yeah, it was like there was no way that we could keep up. But it made me feel a little bit better. We had a lot of deaths in our Freehold, and I think Mist was saying, like, even if we put the time back on from our deaths, we still wouldn't have beat you guys. So, like, I felt really guilty because of the deaths. Like, even though it was kind of like a bursting, like, there was a couple that weren't bursting related, but I was like, oh my gosh, I really failed my team. But then, like, Mist was like, I think he said if we put that time back on, we still would have lost.
Yeah.
So you guys, like, you just played better. Like, honestly, you just
we didn't play
better.
perfect, but it was okay.
It was good.
It was good enough, I guess. So
very good. Well, congratulations, you guys.
Yeah, thanks.
So, and it was good, to have a different team.
Yeah. Real quick, we're gonna do this.
Real quick.
The drink.
Okay. So I have to say, because this is like our new thing.
Yeah, it's not.
I picked it out this time. It was me. Drew was gonna go grab something, and I was like, I already went to the store and grabbed something. So this is my doing.
So what is it?
I don't even know what it's called. Alani. And it's an energy drink.
It looks Hawaiian.
It does look, well, I mean, yeah, it does look very Hawaiian.
Except for the popsicles.
Well, there's popsicles, and it's called, the flavor is Tropsicle.
Popsicle.
Yes. I don't know, zero sugar.
Okay.
We'll see what it tastes like, but it is an energy drink, so I wouldn't, down it right now. But if this tastes good, then only I am allowed to pick the drinks.
Well, the color is good.
It looks like ginger ale-ish, like a pinkish ginger
Like
ale.
peach is what it looks like.
It does look peach.
All right, let's go ahead and try it.
It smells.
Doesn't smell like vinegar, so that's a good start.
So yeah, when I picked this out, I saw the drinks for vinegar one that you got. I was like, I guess they do sell vinegar as a drink.
Well, I mean, like we got a lot of comments.
I know everybody's like, my roommate drinks vinegar. Like I was like, stop it.
Yeah.
All right, ready?
Okay.
Okay. That's good. That is so good. Oh my gosh, it's so good.
That is really good.
It is so good. I win.
No, what the idea is to have bad stuff.
That is not that's your plan?
You're going to see the views on this just plummet now
it's so
because
good.
no one wants to see us have good drinks. They want to see us have horrible drinks.
It tastes like
They want to see our pain.
It tastes like Smarties. It tastes like Smarties, right?
It is actually really good. There's zero sugar in here?
I said that. Zero sugar.
What?
Oh, I win. What do I win, guys?
Okay, so yeah.
10 calories?
I guess
10 calories.
Yeah, those guys are good.
And a ton of caffeine, though. But yeah,
That's even better.
I told you. What?
Dude, no way.
Yes,
That can't.
I win.
That's good.
Gluten-free, vegan.
Oh.
What?
So I have one more thing to talk about if we're done with the.
Are you stealing the drink? He's just drinking it now. It's an energy drink. You're going to be up all night. You're up all night.
Yeah, that's how I roll.
His ride, did you hear me? I was going to say your schedule's all messed up, but instead I just started blaming ride. Like,
Yeah,
I was just
it's his fault.
I was just started saying the word ride because I'm like, your schedule's all messed up because of ride.
He's my bad influence friend.
Yeah, ride. What are you doing? Oh, okay.
1999. But anyways.
Dude, what is the deal with this?
No, that's an inside joke.
He ride spammed it all over Discord. Everybody's
One
like,
of these days. You know what, guys? I'll let you in on that joke at BlizzCon.
you got to get Drew a couple drinks and he's going to share it at BlizzCon.
I will let you in on the joke. But until then.
So it's nothing to do with Prince.
No, it doesn't.
The song. Okay. All right.
But okay, so there's one other thing I want to talk about.
Okay.
World of Warcraft
Yes.
for Shadowlands
Yes.
is going to require an SSD.
Okay, they were telling me that in chat today. So what other do you know if there's any other changes?
Well, I mean, like little changes, but nothing big like that.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, like
until recently. So my operating system's until recently you upgraded my computer.
Right.
But until recently my operating system was on an SSD.
And then Warcraft was on
just a hard drive.
Yeah, but you don't have spinning disk hard drives anymore.
Not anymore. You got me that fancy micro.
Yeah, it's on an M2.
Yeah.
So yeah, you don't have to worry about that. But
a couple of people in Guild do though. They're like, dang, I haven't updated
That's definitely something to think about. Is the load times might be huge in Shadowlands.
Right.
So
that is really interesting. In fact, that used to be like they haven't updated, well not updated, but upgraded their requirements in a while.
Right.
And that used to be one of their things. Like you could always pull everything down in the video like options and stuff to allow Warcraft to run. Like it was always that thing, and they didn't require much. So this is the first time I've heard in quite some time that they're requiring an actual hard drive or hardware upgrade.
Yeah,
of any
but
sort.
I mean, like honestly, if you have a computer from the past 4 or 5 years, you're gonna have an SSD in it.
You are, but how big is Warcraft?
They're suggesting you have 100 gigabytes free.
But not all for Warcraft.
Yeah. Well, Warcraft is already about there. I think it's like.
Well, that's what
80.
I'm saying. So, like, a lot of people, what they have is they have a smaller SSD. Like, they'll have 100 gig SSD. And now they're saying, like, you need one dedicated to Warcraft. Or you need a bigger SSD.
Current technology.
I know. It's a lot cheaper than it used to be and everything.
Definitely.
But it's still, it's interesting.
You might have to choose between Call of Duty and Warcraft.
Dude, no joke.
Because they're so big.
That's you're not even joking about that.
Yeah, I guess one other thing. Cold War.
Oh.
That's going to come out.
So on Wednesday, they had the event start. Where, so if you went into Warzone, it was different. It was like it was almost like your screen was being hijacked.
Okay.
And it
like
was
Sombra type?
Kind of, yeah. Like, and it would like bug out, and it was giving you like this information, kind of more feeling of Winter Soldier.
Okay.
Like, like that. And so like sometimes like your screen would just like mess up, and your mini map wouldn't be readable. And this event,
that sounds horrible.
It was like, but it was like kind of creepy. You're like, what is going on? And the event was different. So I got to play with Hannah and Scrumpy. Oh shoot, I think someone else was there, and I'm so sorry, I forgot. But it was neat because it was Crow, and it was Crow. And the event, like you had to complete these 4 things. Like you had to go unlock a certain amount of boxes, and then you'd have to find this person at the very end. And then once you did that, you like successfully completed it. But then at the very end, you get like parachuted down, and everybody is running to the stadium because they're about to like nuke the entire zone.
What?
Yes. Like you don't, like you see all these enemies running next to you, but you're not going to fight them because all you're trying to do is get to safety.
Huh.
And you hear like the sirens, and like your like screen's getting hijacked. It was like eerie. Like it was creepy, and then
that's a cool event.
It was really neat, and it was through the free. It was clever though, see, because they did that through the free version of Call of Duty to promote a game that's not the free version.
Yeah.
And it got you really hyped for it.
It's going to be interesting how they bring that over to Warzone, because they're going to have, like, Warzone is always going to be free pretty much, but it's going to be updated with the new versions of Call of Duty that come out.
Right.
So
maybe just like more maps and stuff. And
more maps, maybe. I mean, but the thing is like with Cold War, it's a whole different era.
Yeah.
So you're going to have different guns. You're going to have, I don't know.
But it was weird too, because like the whole thing behind it was like, know your history, like, or you're doomed to repeat it kind of a thing. And they were showing like a lot of history in this. So I know it, like, the game is Cold War, but they were showing like clips from lots of things. And
I saw this breakdown in Gamescom, and they actually had one of the cutscenes with Ronald Reagan in it. Mm-hmm. It looked good. Like Reagan looked like Reagan.
Yeah.
Like it was really good.
Yeah, it was definitely like even Crow, like all of us were just like, dude, that was really like, you felt like hyped. You're like, this looks cool. Like it was neat. It was something about it. They did a good job. So it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah.
You watched a lot of Gamescom.
Right? I did.
Like, it was all virtual.
I did, and there was just this one game that I think you'll like, but it was really weird. So you know who Doc Brown is from Back to the Future?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so they had Doc Brown come on, and he started talking.
Doc Brown or the actor? Like, was it the character?
It was the actual actor.
Right, but like he's supposed to be Doc Brown.
Yeah, and he was dressed up as Doc Brown.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay.
And he's like from the future or whatever. And he's talking, and you're like, and at first I'm like, oh my God.
Back to the Future game.
Are they gonna come up with a Back to the Future game? That's gonna be awesome.
Right.
No. It was a ad, or it wasn't the ad. He was there to introduce a surgeon game that's like a group. It's kind of like Human Fall Flat, but you're all in an emergency room.
You did tell me about
this. Trying to put together a person, which looks awesome, but the connection there.
Why Doc? Why Doc? Why? That's really weird.
I don't know. Like it grabbed my attention, but then it was like.
But it sounds like a cool party game. Like it sounds like very much like you rely on your team, and like you have to work together.
Like it would make more sense like maybe if you got someone from the Scrubs.
I feel like it wasn't just like who's a famous doctor,
any
and they're
famous
like, what
doctor.
about Doc? And then they're like, yes, he was a doctor.
That's the wrong
right?
doctor.
Yeah,
He's.
Wait, you could be a doctor in other things? I'm so confused. That was really bizarre.
Yeah.
Because I remember you actually saying that in chat. You're like, oh my gosh, a Back to the Future game. And I'm like, really? And then you're like, wait, no?
Yeah.
What is this? So you're like super confused.
Yeah, it was good to see him, though. I'm glad he's still alive. He's getting up there. He's definitely getting up there.
He's getting up there.
Yeah. But he's always played an old guy.
Yeah. Well, he's always had that look.
Yeah. But now he is an old guy.
But now he is an old guy, yes. You a couple of times when I came in here and you were watching Gamescom, they looked like you said they did a virtual costume contest?
Yeah, it was a costume contest. They had some really cool ones. They had some cool World of Warcraft ones too.
So Gamescom usually does.
Yeah.
Like they have some good costumes.
Usually Blizzard has their own costume contest, and the winner of that goes to BlizzCon.
Right, like they pay for them to go out. Yeah. But what was interesting, like from what little I saw, so it looked like they were able to sent in like a video of them in costume, like from every angle, like mugshot style, and then like they got to do like an edited fancy photo of themselves. And then they talked about it,
I don't know if I like that, because like I saw one dude and he didn't have any of the fancy photos. And I think that if you don't have that,
they just automatically
then it doesn't make you look as good, Yeah.
That's really rough.
Yeah.
It's
you don't know how doctored the photos are.
The photos are so doctored. Like I've seen people work on cosplay photos. And
a lot of it is like, hey, how good is the photographer? He should get the award rather than the actual cosplayer.
Definitely. So the BlizzCon, when I actually competed in my Judgment costume, that was the first year they did something really different at BlizzCon for costuming, and it was weird. You had to send in photos. This is the first time you weren't just judged in person.
In my opinion, it was bad.
It was bad. It didn't really work. I get why they did it, because there's so many people that want to go to the BlizzCon or can compete in the BlizzCon competition for costuming, but they can only allow 100. So what they were doing is only the first 100 that signed up. Like it was like a lottery. Like whoever is the first 100, they got to do it. And then so even if your costume was crazy amazing, you wouldn't be able to be in the contest. So they were trying to fix that problem by making people submit their stuff early so they could do like a pre-judging.
But they also moved them off the main stage.
Yes, it was the worst. We have our dog in the background. He just had this yawn. I don't know if you heard it. So that was really weird. And I didn't like sending in my photos. And then I saw some of the other photos that were sent in, and it was kind of the same thing. Like, I just literally took pictures with my phone, like, very much so, hey, this is what my costume looks like. This is what it looks like with your naked eye. This is how it is.
And not only that, but it favors people that are already big in the community because they can get the better photographers.
100%. And not only that, but the judges, like, that was a big problem. They literally were like, they asked for your social media info and asked about that. Like, they looked to see your following and stuff. And I was like, this is just doesn't feel right. I've heard they changed stuff already the year after that, but I didn't compete that year. That was the one year I didn't trust that.
Yeah.
So it was weird, but it's interesting to see these conventions trying to do things online without, because I mean, these people worked on their costumes.
That's something to be maybe to take into consideration is maybe BlizzCon will have a virtual one.
That's kind of what I'm worried about, honestly. I think if it was a virtual one, I probably wouldn't compete. Because half of the reason I like to dress up at BlizzCon is because you're physically there, you know?
Yeah.
It's like a reveal. You get to like show what all this hard work came out of it.
In my opinion, like, it's been about 2 years since you've done a cosplay.
It has.
So I think you've had enough time to relax, and I think that you should probably start up pretty soon.
I know a couple of people who are already started. Like Ashley Oshley started. She's actually making a Paragon.
Yeah.
The Blue Ladies.
Yep. So
I need to get started. I am starting next week. I put it on my calendar.
And I think it's going to be amazing because how far you've came from the very first Paladin, where we didn't know how to attach the shoulders.
So many horror stories with that costume. Well, thank you. That's very nice of you to say. Yeah. I just realized we've already been talking for 40 minutes. We kind of like...
We were first, we're like, I don't know if we're going to have enough to talk about. It's like, no, but we... Yeah.
We had a lot. Well, guys, we'll keep some of this stuff for next week. We'll do the raffle next week. And,
Yeah.
We'll see you then.
All right, guys. Take it easy.
This drink's delicious. Bye. You should all # not sponsored.
Yes, not sponsored. Bye.
Bye, guys.